you've built such a strong connection with your audience outside of acting. How does it feel to bring them into this new chapter of your career?
It feels great. It feels really cool. It feels like I'm really blessed to say that I have an audience that will follow me in whatever endeavors that I choose to go. And I get to be creatively fulfilled in a sense where I'm no social media got to a point where, and I love it to death and it's given me the platform to do what I want. But I think acting, I've really found the closest thing to a team sport that I've been craving and fulfilled me so creatively. Um, and that's been lacking for the last few years. And so I've fallen in love with it and I can't wait to do more of it.
And Sienna, Dallas looks like she's facing some major decisions this time around. What did you want to bring to her story that maybe fans haven't seen before?
Excitement. Her going to Cal Arts and living in a whole new world. I think in contrast to what Drayton is going through, Dallas feels like everything is making sense around her. And I think it's a really tricky place to be in when the person you love is not. And without any spoilers, like balancing that without losing yourself and the joy that you're finding for yourself is really hard. And I think that was really special that we got to play that on camera because it's real and I think a lot of people struggle with that in relationships in general. And there was a beautiful it was nice to play against Charlie and have this new dynamic because I think I got to discover more as Dallas in a different light because it was a whole other world.
Hmm. And Charlie, Skylar seems to bring both the charm and some of the tension into the group. What did you draw from this storyline in the sequel?
Yeah, I knew a few of the team members involved prior, and that was number one. Getting to work with them again was going to be exciting, and then the element of music on top of it, that was another one that was going to get exciting. I hadn't met any of these guys yet. You don't, you show up on day one, and then you kind of figure out how it's going to be, and then on top of that, you getting to work with people that are just so fun and warm, and then it kept on getting stacked for me, right? Like experiences like this, getting to make movies is such a privilege and an honor, and I don't want to ever take it for granted, but I really get to discover myself in other ways. I get to practice my craft. I get to sharpen it every single time. I get to be better within trying, you know. So any chance to try, right?
Mm.
And then it's why it's a fun story. We get to we why you get to play, right? You get to show up and you want to bring an uplifting energy to so it's entertaining. It's something that people can rewatch and rewatch and rewatch without having to some they can you can find depth inside of it, but then you can also find levity. And when you blend the two together, it's the type of media that I'd love to keep watching. I love something where I get to laugh, but then also have a few moments of like real heart, you know? And these kinds of scripts really bring that out.
That was well said. Yeah, so Justin, the trailer gives us a glimpse into some of the beautiful cinematic moments. What inspired your visual approach for Sideline 2?
I was inspired to go bigger and go bolder. I think we knew that dance and football were such a huge component of the first film that they also play a very strong narrative. They play as this very strong narrative device, also for the second film, as the stakes are being raised. And so when it came to the second film, I was always thinking about a bigger canvas. What is a bigger way to not only excite audiences and keep it fresh, but also challenge the characters in ways that they haven't been before, whether it's a size of the stage or a stadium, whether it's the pressures of who's there and what's expected of them and their teammates and the bigger games. Um, yeah, I think these were the things that I gravitated towards in terms of making sure that it's fun and bigger and bolder.
I like that. And you're known for creating projects that mix style and heart. What message or feeling were you most passionate about getting across in this sequel?
I wanted to empower people to and remind them through this film to be fearless. I think
Mm.
um, in college, you're being thrown so many different challenges. Being thrown so many questions, meeting so many new people, learning about so many different subjects and topics, and you're being torn in all different directions. Now that you're there, and I think it's right to be able to question yourself and ask, what do I really want in life? How does my relationship, my romantic relationship, and how do my friends and family all fit in? I think these are such great questions to ask. But through it all, I want people to be empowered to know that if you're fearless in your vigor and your conviction of who you are as a person, you will succeed. And you will have to make sacrifices along the way, but it's okay. And that's the message I want to convey. Be fearless.
Beautiful. And Rowan, Charlotte seems to be on a really powerful journey in this film. What drew you to her story in this chapter?
I mean, I think that um I love women who are bold and unafraid to speak their minds and aren't
Mhm.
afraid to level, particularly with the men in their lives. I think that Charlotte's, I feel like word of this interview, fearlessness in terms of being like, I'm not afraid to upset you to tell you the truth. And I think that that's something that I definitely resonate with personally. I'm the eldest of three kids, and I am like, I'm very straight up. And I think that I'm really drawn to characters who kind of possess a very like self-assured, confident, um, direct nature. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was the most memorable or surprising moment for you on set? Something that really stuck with you after filming?
Oh, do you want me to?
Go first.
I on my last day of shooting, I was in Victoria. I was trying to go to my favorite gluten-free bakery, and I was with my boyfriend, and I slammed a car door on my finger, and it was April Fool's. So I was like, oh my God, my nail is off. My finger might be broken. And I called production and I was like, hi, my finger is like broken, maybe. And also I don't have a nail anymore and it looks really bad. It was the last day of filming, period. And I was the last scene of the day, like whole movie. And it was kind of like, it was a scene towards the end that's like, I'm supposed to look cute. I'm supposed to be like flirty and saucy. And I had this giant band-aid, but nobody believed that it had happened because everyone thought that I was playing a very strange April Fool's joke. And I showed up and I thought that maybe there was something makeup could do, and they took one look at it and they were like, we can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to put a giant band-aid on you. And so poor Justin had to shoot around my hand, which had like the world's biggest band-aid. And my nail, as a pleasant reminder of the film, still doesn't look normal.
Oh, no.
But here I was like trying to like be all cute with like just like a finger that was like this big. Yeah. It's
Rome was
ridiculous.
a trooper, and she just
That was a story. I was
she
not.
killed it anyway.
Yeah, thank you.
Um,
Deeply clumsy.
I'd say the most memorable moment for me was actually is very personal, actually. There's a particular scene in the film where Charlie, who plays the character Skylar, ends up doing a music video. And what's weird was that I had to create an in-world music video, and for me, it's a full circle moment because I began my career directing music videos, and to direct a fake director directing a music video was very surreal, very strange, and really memorable because there was an actor who plays a director that briefly shows up. And in any case, I think it was just a heartwarming moment for me to realize where I came from and what I've achieved. And so the fact that we have all these different elements. And by the way, there's another Easter egg I completely forgot about. My photography is in the movie also.
Oh,
Keen observers should just take a look at perhaps a scene in a gallery, And those were a lot of my photos, and I began as a photographer. So again, a lot of my journey is like naturally built into the story, and very memorable.
I did not know that. That's very cool.
Mhm.
Very cool. And if you could both describe Sideline 2 in just one word, what would it be?
Fearless.
Um, oh God, there's so many. Like, why are all the words coming to my mind? Like, just like so totally irrelevant. Um, I'm gonna say bold.
Okay. And then another question for you both. How do you both hope Sideline 2 resonates with audiences? How or what do you want people to feel after watching?
Well, I hope that they show up again like the last time and really really ask for a third and beyond. I think that there's so much more story to tell. I have a lot of I certainly I have a lot of ideas, and I think that it'd be so nice to have the opportunity to reunite with this beautiful family, which ever expanding family, and to create again. I think but more importantly, I think another fun kind of like truth is the most common term to describe this movie, if you look at TikTok and all the comments, is that it was a comfort film. And I really want people to see this as a continuation. That although the challenges and the journey is different, that they find comfort in being with these characters again and again and again. So yeah, that's how I would love audiences to receive this.
And for me, I just hope that people feel seen in it. I think that there's a lot of experiences in this that the characters go through in this film that are very true to coming of age, growing up, and then even kind of beyond that. Like, gosh, I feel like I'm 28 and there's stuff in here that I'm still like grappling with these big questions, these forks in the road, these who do I want to be? Who am I becoming? And I hope that people feel seen in that. And I hope that people come away from it feeling uplifted and warm and fuzzy. And yeah, I agree. I think that it's an excellent comfort movie, and I hope that it's something people return to again and again.
Yeah.